Hi guys, let's be creative today. So as part of the students assessment, there's a portion called project work. Last week I gave my learners creative arts project work under the elements of design. So I gave them their creative arts sketchbook for them to use the elements of design to create a beautiful artwork in their books, and they did marvelously well. This weekend I gave them a story writing. So we started yesterday. They wrote their stories, their own stories. So I showed them how to make a paper book. I'm going to show you too how to make a paper book. What you need is A4 sheet, scissors, pen or a pencil. You would also need your ruler. Maybe you would need some colored pencils or felt pens. I have enough here. So let's get started. So you have your A4 sheets. You fold it into 2 equal halves. So just as I am doing, you do it just the same way. Have equal halves. When you open this, how it's going to be. From there, you are going to fold it again. When you are done, you should have something like this. And since we want to open it like a book, the closed area must be cut off. I want my book stylish, so I am going to cut it in a curvy way. If you can do it like that, you also do it, but if you can't, then please go just the normal way. So this is what I got. Okay, I can decide to leave it like this or shape the other ends as well. Now the next thing we are going to do, you take your rule, measure just half a centimeter. After measuring, just make a line. Okay, now what we are going to do, to use your scissors to cut it. You are going to cut short lines up to where you ruled the line. Okay, don't exceed the line. Now we are done with the cutting. I hope you can see it. And what we are going to do is, if you take your exercise book, you could see that they use stapler to put everything together, but we are going to use this to bind it. So it's going to look like a comb binding. Okay, so you put one forward, the next one goes back, forward, the next one goes back. We are done. Now this is your book. You can use it to write anything. And since it's children's project work, they are going to use the front cover for the title of their story, because they are going to write a story of their own. For everything to come out beautifully, I expect them to rule a line. I am using a pen because I know what I am doing. They rule a line, then they can go ahead and write the title of their story. So let me use one of my colored pens. Okay, so let me take one of their titles. The Great King. So the title is here, The Great King. The next thing you are going to do is to make your illustration. The illustration is going to talk about the picture that you are going to put here. So let me put a picture of a king over there. Okay, so I have this picture. I have a picture of the king. And then down here is going to be the name of the author. So since my children wrote the story themselves, I said they should write their own names over there because they created the story by themselves. So I am going to write my name. So right now I have my name down here, showing that I am the author. Now when you get to the back over here, you are going to write the summary of your story. So whatever you are going to write inside the book, you tell us a little about it over here. So I'm going to create spaces because there are about 4 things you're supposed to write here. So I'm going to create spaces for each and every thing you're supposed to do. Okay, so these are the details we need at the back. So the first one talks about the story. So about the story, then you write it over here. The next one talks about what others said about the story. So after people reading the story, what did they say? They say it's funny, is it boring, is it exciting? Then you write that over here. If there are other books written by yourself, okay, you list those books also here. And then this part is the name of the publication or the publisher. So I asked them to use St. Paul's Publication. but the message or the story itself should be written inside the book. Thank you.